Hello, everyone. Welcome to Taste Different Gaming Appetizers. And what are we talking about tonight? Nintendo is doing a little price juggling, which is actually a good thing. I hope, this is something that we've bitched about for a long time that, should be the way. And Nintendo's kind of going that direction, at least with Nintendo specific games, right? These are not any third parties, they can still charge what they want to, but Nintendo games will, if you buy the digital version, they will be cheaper than the physical, which is great. So let me pull up this. So prices for physical and digital moving forward, starting with Yoshi in the Mysterious Book. Nintendo has announced a change to the Nintendo Switch 2 game pricing, with digital and physical versions of the title launching at different prices. This change will begin in May with Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. And because pre-orders for the game are now live, we know the price difference between the physical and digital versions. The digital version will cost $60 and the physical version will cost $70, reflecting a $10 price difference. That's in stark contrast with previous release first-party title games like Mario Kart World and Bonanza and Metroid Prime 4, which all launched with the same respective price tag, regardless of whether the copy was physical or digital. Though Mario Kart World's tag was higher at $80. This is where something cool would... Oh, that's... God damn it. Ron Burgundy will read anything on the prompter. Nintendo games offer the same experience whether it's packaged or digital format, and the change simply reflects the different costs associated with producing and distributing each format and offers players more choices in how they can buy and play Nintendo games. The company's announcement reads, Nintendo notes that, as always, its retail partners are free to set their own prices for games regardless of this change. While this means nothing will change for the Nintendo Switch 2 players who like to own physical cartridges, it does mean that players who purchase games digitally will save money. It's unclear at this time whether we can expect a $10 price difference across all physical and digital versions of first-party games moving forward, or if there's only a difference for Yoshi and the Mysterious Island, but we'll learn more as new games are released. I looked at the prices for previous Nintendo release games to see if their prices reflect this new change, and unsurprisingly, they don't. Yoshi comes out on May 21st, if you're looking forward to that. So we'll get rid of that article. Yeah, I mean, this is good. Like, this is a start, right? I wish that digital games were cheaper than $10. I think a $20 price difference between the two would be more what it should be. But this is a good first step, right? And I would assume right now Yoshi's the only game that we know of, but I would assume all first-party Nintendo titles are probably going to follow this same thing, right? And I would suspect it's all for Nintendo, right? And of course, multi-platform could do the same thing if they wanted to, but anything Nintendo brings out is going to reflect that. I am surprised, and they might make a change to it starting in May, to where their older games, they price them differently, right? For their physical versions, maybe they go down $10, but they may not, right? Because those games are already released. So we'll have to see, like Donkey Kong Bonanza, Mario Kart World, and Metroid Prime 4, and whatever other first-party Nintendo games they have out there. I think the new Pokemon game, the Poke Pika or whatever that came out. I don't know. Apparently that game is really good. I don't have it. So, but yeah, I mean, this is a good first step, right? Hopefully this becomes a trend and we see more, PlayStation, Xbox follow suit with this type of stuff. So I don't know. What do you think, Shane?
I wish I was concerned at first when I heard about it, and then we read the article. I was more concerned that they were going to just raise the physical price and keep the digital. But it's good to see they did. And I'm very happy for that. And I agree with you. I truly believe that $20 is a better offering and a more realistic offering. But, take what we can get. I mean, it's Nintendo. They don't lower prices ever, and they never offer sales. I mean, and I think that's one reason they don't really offer a sale very often on their games. That's why they don't really lower their prices, is because I think they had their forecast, their financial forecast set on those prices forever. That just, they know what they're going to sell. Even if they lose money, they're not going to lower those prices. They can make more sales if they, drop $10 off a year-old game. But anyways, I digest. I think it's awesome. And I think Microsoft, Sony really need to look at this and follow suit. And we've been saying this for years because back when everything was an Xbox and you had an Xbox, we used to do game share, and we always bought digital so we could do the game share. And it's a great program. No complaints about game sharing. But when you buy digital, it should be cheaper. I mean, it just should. You're not going through all the manufacturing costs of printing discs and cover art and the box that it comes in. I mean, I don't know how much in distribution, shipping and all that crap. I mean, that's $20 right there. So, it's just my opinion. It's just, I don't know the math. I don't know the books. I don't run them for it. But I think what Nintendo's doing is a great start. I think that's where they should have, and all of the companies should have been doing, especially them wanting to push this all digital future. I mean, as we know, consoles are basically, they're going to get rid of disc. PC hasn't, God, I can't remember. The only time you find a PC disc is for poker or mahjong at that little shelf at Walmart. I mean,
yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, I don't even think they sell PCs with a CD player in them.
I was helping a guy at work. We were talking, he's looking at buying a new computer, and we were talking about it. We were looking up crap. Not one had a disc.
You can buy, probably you can still buy a CD player reader, to put into your reader or whatever, to put into your PC. But yeah, I don't think any of them come with that anymore.
Yeah, no, I couldn't honestly imagine that.
Well, I mean, cars don't either, right? I mean, like a lot of newer cars, they don't come with CD players. Mm-hmm. Like my truck, it's a 2024, right? Yeah, 2024. It doesn't have a CD player.
Yep, my Bronco's 23. It doesn't. At least I don't think it does. My Dodge Ram, I had a 2012. I found the CD player like 3 years later. I was digging crap out of the little console thing there, and it was like right there. I was like, son of a bitch. But did I miss it? No, because everything that I listen to is on my phone. It comes from my phone.
Right.
But I hate digital games. I want the physical. I want to open a book, and I want to, used to read the manual, but at least look at the cover art. But I don't want an all digital future. But it's just a given. I mean, there's no choice about it. There's no way around it. It's going to be an all digital future. That's just the way the world is going for everything. I mean, you don't buy discs for movies or music or anything anymore. I mean, you just don't. I mean, I bought The Thing Blu-ray because I love The Thing, but they don't put those movies out like that anymore. All the Marvel movies, it's they still put them out, but their sales come from primarily digital. So.
Right. I mean, like Walmart still has DVDs, right? And then during like Halloween, they have like re-releases of Halloween and stuff like that on DVD or Blu-ray, I guess.
And they do that for several things, like Chuck Norris.
Christmas.
Chuck Norris passed away, and they had a bunch of his movies out there.
Right.
And then Christmas movies, everything. I
don't even think they have CDs anymore at Walmart, do they? Like actual CDs? I know they have vinyls.
They have vinyl. I don't know if they have CDs or not. I haven't looked for a CD in 15 years.
I remember going to the CD stores, right? It was just all CDs, like music CDs, the music stores, right? And you go there, and I remember looking at the wall for the new releases, to see what came out that week.
Yep.
all
And
that shit.
now you just hold up your phone.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to listen to that or whatever. And, I don't know how music makes money anymore because I find all those songs free. It has to be from advertising. So, but
I'm sure advertisement, like especially on YouTube,
yeah,
right?
but that's my next concern about the all digital future is we're going to go the way of the streaming companies commercials because every streaming company used to pay to not watch an effing commercial all now force you to watch commercials, because I'm not going to pay $30 for Netflix to watch an effing commercial. They could eat a bag of a-holes or whatever they're charging now because they're getting ready to raise their prices
I
again.
think it's $15 for the 2 streaming boxes, but it's not 4K. If you want the 4K, it's like $30 or something
Yeah,
like that.
but that's with commercials still.
No, those don't include commercials. I think it's the $10 one that has commercials.
Oh, well, either way, they can suck a butt. And
so it's getting more expensive, right?
Yeah, it's and that's what concerns me about when we go to the all digital future. I won't be able to find these games at a bargain shop. I won't be able to find them at GameStop or my local reseller. And that's the problem with having the option to go digital or physical. Digital's cheaper. So why wouldn't you go cheaper? You do that, you're losing the ability to play that game later.
I mean, but the problem is anymore, all games have to have some, even with the disc, they either the disc just allows you to download the game, right? It's more of like a key. Or you have to connect online to even play the game to begin with. So,
yep, that is absolutely.
I mean, they're finding more and more ways for you not to buy a physical edition.
They're finding more ways for you not to own anything.
Yeah,
anything. So, it angers me, and it's good news. But I worry about the overall path of these things. Digital's great. It's easy, and now this will be a little bit more affordable than physical, but it's the ramifications of these steps that worry me. But I am happy that they're doing it. Don't get me wrong.
Right. When does, because digital is convenient, right? That's pretty much all it is really more convenience. And when does convenience become a burden, right? In the world in general, right? And that's not just with games, but just everything, right? You think of like a lot of the stuff we do or we transition to is out of an abundance for just more of convenience than it is anything other than that, right? Something that took 3 steps before we can do now in 1 step, and we'd rather do it that way because it's less steps, but really doesn't change much besides you're just not doing the first 2 steps. So now you're paying for, really, when you think about it, you're just paying for convenience, right? For all these things, digital games and digital movies and music and anything like, DoorDash and it's all just convenience, right? Ultimately.
But in the long run, though, a lot of these conveniences are going to be an inconvenience to just
that's what I'm saying.
Terminal disaster. Yeah, you're right. But
not to bring us down. This is supposed to be a happy article.
Yeah, this was going to be our previous episode was our pissed off, anger, sadness episode. This was supposed to be giddy, but the gaming industry has been scary. So I might be looking at this with a definitely a more doubtful. I can't think of that word that would be just perfect for it, but I see this as good news, but I also see it as, a step in the wrong direction, possibly, if Nintendo and the other companies wanted for it. But I also find myself playing more PC games. You don't buy discs for PC games. So it's kind of hard to complain about it, even though I'm a part of the problem. So, but I don't know.
True. Yeah. I mean, we're all a part of the problem, but you kind of think about these things like, these, like I said, the conveniences, like when do the conveniences become, or have they already became a problem, right? In the overall scheme of things.
Nope.
Anyway, good for Nintendo. They bring it back to a good first step.
Yes. Knock 10 more bucks off. That'd be a great step.
Right. Great step. So you're going in the right direction, Nintendo. Just keep going in that direction.
Yep.
Anything else you want to add?
Nope. That's it.
All right. Well, let us know down in the comments below. What do you think? Do you buy mainly digital, mainly physical? I used to buy a lot of physical. I still do occasionally, but I'm more on the digital side anymore because it's convenient.
Yep.
And so, like Shane said, it might be bitching about it, but we're part of the problem as well. So,
yeah.
Anyway, let us know down in the comments below what you think. Are you looking forward to Yoshi and the Mysterious Book? I think that looks pretty good, if I remember correctly.
I like the way it looks.
And I like most Yoshi games, too.
They're hit and miss with me.
I like Yoshi Yarn.
For the most,
Yarn
was good.
Yeah, Yarn was
good.
Yeah. And most of the time, they're pretty good. The Yoshi games are. Yoshi Island is still one of my favorites, but that was way back.
That's on the way back machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway. I wanted rated M for mature Yoshi game.
Yeah. Where when he puts his tongue out, it like latches and brings him in. There's blood and guts everywhere. He's like chomping on it.
Rips their head out and just see the spine kind of pulling through. Oh.
And then he's got the spikes on his back, but he does like a Godzilla thing with them.
Yes.
And then electricity goes through.
Well, that'd be a fireball since it's in the Mario
coming out of his ass, right? Because he shoots eggs out of his butt.
Flaming Yoshi rectal bombs.
Yeah. Instead of eggs that he throws, it's just like burning piles of shit, and he just chucks them at people.
Oh, this went wrong.
Anyway, let us know what you think in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell notifications, and we'll talk to you next time.
See ya.